How does one get into dental school, whether it's at McGill, at UDM, or any other dental schools in Canada? Hey guys, my name is Yu-Yao. You can call me Zachary. I'm an incoming third-year dental student at McGill University, and I've been getting so many questions on Instagram asking me which program should I apply to in order for me to increase my chance of getting into dentistry. So that's why I figured that I should make a video so that more people can benefit from this information. I'll be answering this question in two ways. First, if you're applying to Quebec dental schools, with the exception of McGill, and second, if you're applying to any other dental schools in Canada, and that's including McGill. So to start with Quebec dental schools, so basically UDM and Laval. So for these dental schools, the program that you choose to attend can influence your final GPA. So not only do you need to get a good GPA, you also need to ideally do it in a program that can increase your chance of getting into dentistry. What do I mean by that? They take your GPA and they modify it according to how hard your program is. And you may be asking, how does one know if it's a good program or not? Just as a side note, I don't like saying good programs because it just means that I'm saying that there are bad programs out there. But for the lack of better words, if I say good programs, I mean like bien coté in French, which is I think well graded. Whether a program is good / well graded or not, it depends on the indice de force du programme. For UDM, it's kind of hard to know because they haven't really released a list of the programs with their indice de force. So that's why I suggest you to look at Laval's Code des étalons just to give you an idea of how strong or how well graded your program is. So the calculations are somewhat similar in terms of the Code Laval and the CRU, but there's definitely some differences and discrepancies here and there. If your end goal is to get into UDM dentistry, it would be in your best interest to apply to an undergrad program at UDM because they'll give you a bonus on your CRU as a UDM student. Based on the Code des étalons of Laval, here are the 5 programs with the highest IFC. If you do get into these programs and you get a good GPA, it will increase your chance of getting into dentistry or just any other programs because of how much higher your GPA will be as opposed to someone with the same GPA in a different program. It is also important to note that you don't need to get into these programs. As long as you choose a decent IFC program and you get a good GPA, you're in the right path. What happens if you're already enrolled in a program that has a lower IFC than the other programs? It will be slightly more difficult for you to get into UDM and Laval due to the fact that basically your 4.0 GPA or 4.3 GPA will become the same as someone with a 3.7 GPA in another program with a higher IFC. It's definitely a case-by-case scenario, and it's also still very possible for you to get into dentistry despite you being enrolled in a program with a lower IFC. So why do I say it's still possible? Both programs still look at the Casper. So practice your Casper scenarios as much as possible to get a 4th quartile score just to maximize your chance of getting into dentistry. For non-Quebec dental schools, so which means any other dental schools in Canada, and that includes McGill, you can choose to enroll in any program that you want as long as you take the science prerequisites that each schools are looking for. It's important to note that some pre-requirements may vary depending on the schools, so just make sure to check their academic requirements on their official website. And here you basically have 2 choices as well, the passion path or the efficient path. For the passion path, it's basically choosing something that you like, something that you know you will excel in. And in my opinion, if you like something, you're more keen to enjoy studying the material, and ultimately your GPA will be higher. For your electives, you have to make sure you don't forget to take the science prerequisite if they're not already part of your undergrad program. Long story short, the passion path is you choosing a program that you like, that you're passionate in. That way you'll be able to enjoy the college life while also get a good GPA. And now the efficient path. In this mindset, you're trying to do 2 birds, 1 stone. Basically finishing your bachelor's degree while also taking the science prerequisites without additional effort. Your program will already encompass the required science courses. That means you don't need to go out of your ways to register for them. And for this path, you kind of have to know that you're able to handle the material, and you need to know yourself. For example, if you're not too fond of labs and you choose a bachelor's in biomedical sciences, then it will be a long and bumpy road ahead of you, and I don't think you'll like it as much. Another good thing about this pathway is that it may help you with your DAT studying. Since you're already going to have a basic knowledge of some concept from school, then you're just going to be building on top of knowledge that you already have. So what are some quote unquote efficient programs? So this is definitely not an exhaustive list, and I'm just listing some of them. There's definitely health sciences, biological science, biomedical science, pharmacology, and microbiology and immunology. And again, double check if the science prerequisites are given in those programs. If not, you have to make sure to take them. And that's it for this video. I do hope that you guys were able to get more information about which pre-dent programs to apply to, just to increase your chance of getting into dentistry. And once again, if you do have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram at bubbleteeth, or just leave a comment below this video, and then I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.